In today's video, we'll be taking a look at some of the most exciting shows coming to our screens in 2022. And we're not talking about shows that have debuted earlier and are due for a new season. We're talking about brand new content that you can stream coming in 2022. So don't go anywhere, because you're not going to want to miss this list. Up first, we have the spin-off from DC's The Suicide Squad titled Peacemaker. Peacemaker will be the DC Extended Universe's, DCEU, very first TV series, and will be set after the events of the film. From what we know so far, the show will be exploring Peacemaker's origins, while also following him on his quest to achieve peace at any means necessary. And if you're familiar at all with the character, you know that those means are usually not peaceful at all. James Gunn will be returning as the showrunner for the series, and he also wrote all 8 episodes of the series, and even directed 5 of the 8 episodes. Next on our list is another spin-off, this time branching off from the popular AMC show, The Walking Dead, with the spin-off being called Tales of the Walking Dead. Tales of the Walking Dead is set to release on AMC in September of 2022, with current Walking Dead showrunner Scott M. Gimble taking the lead on writing this project, and Channing Powell, writer for both The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, will be taking the creative helm as the showrunner for the project. The show was greenlit by AMC in October of 2021 and is set to be a 6-episode series, with hopes of more in the future. The first season will be revolving around the backstories of the characters from the original Walking Dead series, diving deep into the characters' origins. Right now, it is unclear who those characters will be, or if any of the main cast will be back to be in the series. But if you're a fan of The Walking Dead, this show should do a great job of fleshing out who your favorite characters were before rotting people started to eat other people. For our next pick, we'll be visiting the galaxy far, far away, as fans of Star Wars have been gearing up for the 2020 release of Andor. Andor will serve as a prequel to the character Cassian Andor, the rebel soldier and pilot who debuted in the 2016 film Rogue One. Andor was greenlit by Disney in 2018, with actor Diego Luna set to return in his role as the titular character. Along with Luna, the cast consists of Stellan Skarsgård, set to make his debut in the Star Wars universe, along with some fan-favorite characters returning to the space opera, such as Genevieve O'Reilly's Mon Mothma, one of the founding members of the Rebellion, and Forrest Whitaker's Saw Gerrera, former survivor of the Clone Wars and rebel extremist. The show will be set 5 years prior to the events of Rogue One, and will dive into the origins of Cassian and explore his role in the galaxy's power struggle between the budding galactic empire and the newly banded rebellion. Not much else is known so far about the plot of the show, but we do expect it to share the same gritty World War II vibe that was given off from Rogue One, as co-writer of Rogue One Tony Gilroy is the creator and showrunner of the series. Up next is 2022's most anticipated new Marvel Studios series, Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion is based on a comic series of the same name, written by Brian Michael Bendis and Leinil Francis Yu. The show, like the comic, will be based around the invasion of a shape-shifting race of aliens known as the Skrulls, who made their Marvel Cinematic Universe (MCU) debut back in 2019's Captain Marvel. The series will be 6 episodes long and will take place in the 4th phase of the MCU. The show is filled with veteran characters of the MCU, such as Samuel L. Jackson, returning as Nick Fury, as well as Ben Mendelsohn returning as Talos, the leader of the Skrulls. We will also be seeing some new faces join the ranks of the MCU, such as Olivia Colman and Emilia Clarke, both confirmed to be in the series in undisclosed roles. We also know that the actor Kingsley Ben-Adir has been cast as the lead villain. Although we are unsure who the villain will be, fans of the MCU have lots to look forward to in this series. It is set to have a large impact on the MCU as we know it, and will tie in directly to the film coming out in 2022 as well as 2023. Secret Invasions will not be the only MCU TV series releasing in 2022, as She-Hulk will also be filling out the MCU's already busy 2022 schedule. She-Hulk is the second MCU show to be released sometime in 2022 on Disney+, and will be introducing the popular Marvel comic character She-Hulk. She is a popular character in the Marvel comics, and her arrival to the MCU has been long awaited. Tatiana Maslany will be playing Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk, and she'll be joined by a long list of MCU veterans such as Mark Ruffalo, who is obviously known for portraying Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, as well as the highly anticipated return of Tim Roth, aka Emil Blonsky, the Abomination. Of course, Roth did return to the MCU as Abomination in 2020's Shang-Chi. However, he did not have any lines or importance in the film. The series will be led by Jessica Gao and directed by Kat Coiro. As a duo will be working together for all 10 episodes set for the first season of the series, which will also take place in the 4th phase of the MCU and will of course be intertwined with the events of the films and other TV shows. The show will center around Maslany's Jennifer Walters, a lawyer, and one can only assume she got into this line of work due to her cousin Bruce Banner's difficult legal reputation as the Hulk, often being asked to be held legally responsible for his actions as the Hulk. At some point in the show, we will see Walters gain Hulk-like powers of her own and take on a rival known as Titania, who will be portrayed by Jamila Jamil. From a streaming giant to a network giant we go, as HBO aims to reclaim its former grip on weekly viewership with its spin-off return of Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon is a prequel to the events of Game of Thrones, and is based off the novel Fire and Blood by showrunner George R.R. Martin. The show revolves around the fall of House Targaryen, roughly 200 years prior to the events of Game of Thrones. The series will highlight the events leading up to the Targaryen Civil War, and will eventually show the actual war as well, known as the Dance of Dragons. Fans of the original book series or TV series have been very excited for this show's debut since its announcement in October of 2019, with season 1 set to debut on HBO sometime in mid to late 2022. The first season will consist of 10 episodes and stars Paddy Considine, Emma D'Arcy, Olivia Cook, and Matt Smith, with no cast returning from the original series. We continue to ride the HBO hype train, as in 2022, fans of The Last of Us, the video game, will be treated to a series of the same name. The Last of Us will join House of the Dragon on network giant HBO in late 2022. Based on the 2013 video game of the same name, The Last of Us will follow lead character Joel as he journeys across post-apocalyptic America, battling infected and other survivors along the way, to deliver Ellie to a group known as the Fireflies. Joel is delivering Ellie to the Fireflies because she is immune to the virus that has taken over the world, and the Fireflies believe they can make a cure for the cordyceps virus which plagues the world. The show will star the Mandalorian frontrunner Pedro Pascal as Joel, along with Bella Ramsey as Ellie, and Gabriel Luna as Tommy, Joel's younger brother. All 10 episodes were co-written by Neil Druckmann, who wrote and directed the video game for which the series is based on, so expect the same heart-wrenching drama and horrific action as the game. For the final entry on our list, we have the highly anticipated Amazon Prime TV adaptation of Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings TV series will be a prequel to the book by J.R.R. Tolkien and the film trilogy of the same name, set in the Second Age of Middle-earth, which is thousands of years prior to the events of the original novel and film trilogy. Amazon purchased the rights to make a television series around Lord of the Rings way back in 2017, making a 5-season commitment to the show, making it the most expensive TV show ever, costing a whopping $1 billion. The show will be debuting on Amazon Prime on September 2nd of 2022, and the first season will consist of 10 episodes. Obviously, because it is set thousands of years prior to the original events, no cast from the original films will be returning. However, the show will have an ensemble cast consisting of Robert Armayo, Owain Arthur, Nazanin Boniadi, and Morfydd Clark. Well, that's what you can expect for great TV shows debuting in 2022. Thanks for watching!